We are on the line with Shel Bailey, who currently has a recurring role as Kenyatta on the hit Showtime series Shameless. And we've also seen him on numerous commercials and video appearances as himself, or more famously known as a body double for LeBron James. Shel is going to tell us what the transition and journey has been pursuing an acting career and what we can expect to see from him in the future. Today we're going to be just talking about your acting career, where you hailed from, and how you got in the business. So I look at your bio and I see that you're originally from North Carolina. So I see, and then I also see that you're in LA right now. So when did you decide to make the move from North Carolina to Los Angeles?
Well, I left home early. At 17. I went to a boarding school, the prestigious basketball academy, and so then that kind of when my travel started. As far as being an adult, I'm an Army brat, so I've lived all over the world. I was born in Germany, and so I've kind of been bouncing around my whole life. But whenever I went to college, I went to university first, and then I transferred to Florida International University. And as soon as I graduated from Florida International University, I started playing professional basketball overseas and started doing sports commercials and working in the entertainment business in Miami. Then my basketball career took me up to Brooklyn. I played minor league basketball in Brooklyn, New York, and I continued to act and play basketball just the same in Brooklyn. Then I went to Albany, and then from Albany I left Albany, and I had an opportunity to come out to L.A., and so it was either make the ABA basketball team to Hollywood fame, or it was make the movie semi-pro. So I took a gamble, and I came out here. I got really close to making semi-pro, but I didn't make semi-pro. What I did, I wound up playing basketball for the Hollywood fame. And after I got done playing basketball with the Hollywood fame, I picked up, I started acting more because I was here in L.A., and that's what I wanted to be eventually. And I think my first job out here in L.A. was working on a commercial with Gilbert Arenas and Kevin Durant for an NCAA video game. And then that's just kind of where things, kept on going overseas to play basketball, come home, shoot projects, go play, come back, shoot projects, etc.
So how did you make the transition? Because I saw that you do a lot of sports advertisement, and like I said, you were the body double for LeBron James. How did the sports advertising transition you into, more of an acting, speaking roles? Did you always have an interest in acting?
Oh, yes. I've been acting as long as I've been playing basketball. I was involved in theater as a young kid and, doing projects at church. I graduated high school with thespian honor. Throughout college, I would frequently go and meet with theater professors to get some extra acting work in. And so that was always eventually my goal, to break out in the TV and film. But my success in sports commercials has given me a lot of experience in front of the camera. Tons of experience in front of the camera. And then being able to be a body double for LeBron James I think I've probably worked on 12 or 13 major national, international campaigns as LeBron James, instead with, big time clients, Sprite, Nike, State Farm, you name it. And so that's just given me so much experience in front of the camera and on set, and in front of, big time directors and working with stars. So I'm very comfortable on set. That's
quite an accomplishment. Now, you say that, that's given you great experience to be on sets, and, you've had acting experience through school. Now, do you find it different when you go on casting calls for acting gigs versus what you did with the sports advertising? How do you prepare yourself for casting calls for TV shows and different things of that nature versus, what you had to do with the sports marketing?
Well, at this point, if it's something dealing with sports, I kind of can go through it with my eyes closed. With theatrical stuff, it takes more preparation. I haven't had as much success to date, but I'm starting to really break out now. But I still go in and prepare myself. I have two private acting coaches that I work with,
Now, with such a competitive market in LA, it's where everybody goes to pursue their dreams and be actors and hopefully get professional jobs. Was it hard for you to find an agent in the LA market?
Actually,
or do you have an agent in the LA market?
I do. I have a couple of different agents. But my thing was, I had some good success in Miami, right? And so I was in a good situation in Miami, and it kind of went to the point to where, like, I'm going to have to go to L.A. And so one of my suggestions to people who feel that they're talented before they, move to L.A., I would tell them to, take a crack in their own market, or to move closer to maybe a major city. If you're from North Carolina, maybe you want to move to D.C. and try your luck in D.C., or you might want to go to Atlanta and try your luck in Atlanta and see how things go there before you actually come to L.A. Whenever I came to L.A., I was already sagged by the time I got here. So that was like, a big part of the battle for me was already done. I was already prepared. And then since I had such a strong athletic background, agents were always willing to sign me at least for the basketball side of things. And so I knew that would get me in the door, and I would, if they didn't believe in my other abilities, I would prove to them that I would, that I'm capable. I'm a capable actor. And early on, I had no problem doing student films, and really getting my acting chops like that, doing these projects, independent projects, low budget projects, free projects, just because I knew I wanted to prove that I can act, and I just had the thirst to act. And so until I finally got to the position, then now I'm working on Shameless.
Right. Now, speaking of Shameless, now that has been a big deal for you right now, as we can see. And we had an opportunity to check out the first episode last night, where we saw you playing the role of the boyfriend. You played the role of Kenyatta on Shameless. Now, that's a pretty big hit series on Showtime. How did that opportunity come about for you?
My agent, I went to probably 4 years ago, I went to a casting workshop, and I met Kathy Keeley, and Kathy Keeley signed me to the Jana Luker Agency, and the Jana Luker Agency has worked for me over the years, and they sent me in for Shameless. Originally, I was kind of frustrated. I was one of those 2-line auditions, and I was like, oh, whatever. But I went in, I did the work, and before I even got home, it might have been the quickest booking of my life. Before I got home, I was booked on the show, and I just thought it was going to be one episode, and now it's turned into, gradually throughout the season, it's turned into 8 episodes.
That's awesome. So you mentioned the casting workshops. So is that something that you would recommend that actors definitely pursue? Because it seems like that led to you having a great opportunity to actually be signed by an agent there. Yes.
Some of these places are somewhat, can be kind of like money traps, but some of them are good. I go to the casting workouts from time to time. It just kind of depends on who's there. Sometimes they have big-time agents there. Sometimes they have casting directors. I've gone in, they allow you time to meet the casting directors. It also gives you opportunity to work, and it gives you opportunity to see other people perform. So I think they're great, the experiences to go and check out. And a lot of them you can audit. You can go watch the first time and see how it is. And then, if you want to pay or not, the next time you can. But I definitely think they're a way to get yourself in front of an agent if anybody's having difficulty finding an agent. That's one of those ways for sure.
Now, at Industry Grind, we're always trying to give people, the up and up, to let them know that they can pursue their dreams, that, opportunities are out there for them. Now, as an up-and-coming actor, someone who's really just crossing over into television, what would be your one piece of advice for someone besides moving, to a major municipality? What would be your major advice for somebody that really wanted to get into the business, but, maybe they didn't have the same attributes or opportunities for, a sports entry or something like that? What would be your piece of advice for them?
Well, number one, you have to believe in yourself. I'm a 6'6" black male, and a lot of people have told me that, I wouldn't be able to accomplish what I've been able to accomplish or what I want to accomplish. So, number one, you have to believe in yourself. I believe that in Hollywood there is room for just about every type of person to come and have some success. If you're a character actor or whatever, I think there's room for everybody. But I also believe that some people think that acting is just kind of like a fun game, in which it is, but it also requires a lot of dedication and hard work. And things like whenever I'm talking about these casting workshops, you have to really handle this thing like a business. You have to manage your casting websites, LA Casting, Actors Access, Casting Frontier, all these different things that, are your tools to get yourself booked. You got to go to your acting classes, and you got to be willing. And also, you have, whenever I'm saying believe in yourself, you have to have like thick skin too, because even though I've had a lot of success, I got a really long resume, I've heard a ton of no's. I've heard way more no's, or I've not casted, or not booked way more stuff than I've actually booked. But I believe in myself. I believe in what I'm trying to do and what I'm doing, and so I just keep on pushing forward, and I continue to go through different avenues. If one is not working or one is closed, hey, you know what? I'm going to be smart enough to attack this thing from a different angle. But you definitely got to believe in yourself, and you got to take this like it's a business and work it like it's a business.
Okay. Now, what can we expect to see from you in the future?
Well, continue to watch throughout the season. I'll be back on episode 4, episode 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I have some pretty memorable moments this season on the show. So continue to watch that, and I'm auditioning on a regular basis. So I'm not even. I know I have a Ford Super Bowl commercial coming out. So you see me on the Super Bowl spot. But after that, I have no idea. But I know it's something, because there's always something, and hopefully it's something big.
Right, and you also read up on you, and it says that you also have a poetry background as well. So is that something that you'll be bringing to the forefront?
Oh, for sure. That's all in the works. I'm actually meeting with new management, potential managers right now, and this time around with my management, we're trying to put everything together. I've published a book of poetry, but I also, take my spoken word and I make music with it as well. So you can check me out now. I have a few different things on YouTube that have quite a bit of hits. It's a few 100,000 hits on some of my poems and songs I have on YouTube. So you can check me out, and then hopefully with new management situation comes a nice little poetry musical deal coming up.
Okay, so that's great. So we'll definitely be on the lookout for you. We'll link to your social media accounts, and we'll definitely let people know, who you are, and we'll keep the spotlight on you and watch for your future endeavors, and hopefully this will be one of the first interviews you can say, hey, Industry Grind, put a spotlight on me. So we'll check you out and keep checking you out, and we hope to talk to you again soon when you have bigger and greater things going on. So thank you for calling in today.
Appreciate you, Industry Grind, for giving me some time. Definitely much more bigger and better things coming along the way. You can check me out at Big Shell Bailey. That's BIGSHEL Bailey at Instagram, and then also I'm Sheldon Bailey on Facebook. Check me out, YouTube me, Sheldon Bailey, Shell Bailey, all that stuff works. Thank you.
Shell Bailey, look out for him. Okay. Thank you.